As it stands, he'd overpower you in the blink of an eye. But I've found a way we can weaken him significantly. Indeed. You see, I've found the demon's home plane. Many of our kind have them. A quiet place off the beaten path of most universes where one can be alone. Typically with all the, souls one has ensnared. I know of a way we can find this demon's home plane. If we can find it, we can destroy it. It will leave a Dramaleak severely weakened, weak enough to kill. No better place to shine a light than in the heart of darkness. Excellent. And now's the time. Are you ready? Your party too?
Marady takes your hands and closes her eyes.
Stay near me. You don't want to get lost where we're going.
You are suddenly heavy on your feet. The air here feels weighted with import and dread. All light within you feels suddenly dimmer.
Here we are. Tread carefully, Lohse. This place, it isn't safe. We need to weaken your demon by freeing the souls he's trapped here. Exactly how he's storing them, and what that will mean for us, will be a surprise for both of us. The powerful ones do. Nothing they enjoy more than a private playground where no prying eyes can interfere with their fun. And before you ask, no, I don't have one. Even I have a modicum of decency. Deep, deep down. I believe so, Lohse. But we won't let that happen. You can, but that would close the portal for good. It isn't nothing for me to bring us here. It takes a great sacrifice. Don't waste it.
No wax pools at the candle's wick, though it grows brighter as you inspect it. A feeling comes over you. There's a soul within this flame, within the black wax that fuels it. You are Prudence, the innkeeper in Driftwood. You consider yourself humble, but your very being thrums with inflated pride. That pride hides a terrible fear that you have birthed a monster, your son, Niles. The doctor approaches you. He offers you freedom from your deepest fear, that there is something deeply wrong with your son. In exchange, he'll look after your spirit. You take the deal and give him your soul. Your name is Prudence, but your pride masked your fear. Now the fear is gone, and so too the pride. You accept the truth of the monster your son became, and you love him with all your heart.
These poor unfortunates. The Doctor draws his power from them. We must set their souls free. Extinguish the candles.
Like a cold draught in a crypt, Prudence's terror returns. Now it's a fear of the dark and the cold, a fear of the grave, a fear of her own death. The spirit of Prudence resists the coming of the dark. You feel her terror, her rage, and then... nothing.
Well done, Losa. You made the right choice. The sacrifice is a worthy one. Her death may save many others. Right, let's put it behind us. I'm sorry, was I unclear? I would have thought that was obvious. Let's see what else the demon is keeping down here. Keep alive. There'll be more where this came from. Second verse, same as the first.
The candles glow with the light of the spirits housed by each. They reach toward you, eager to be heard. In the first candle, you meet the soul of a lizard, a proud father, a humble man. He sacrificed his soul to save one of his children from a deadly plague. He doesn't regret it, even now. In the second candle, you meet the soul of a murderer, an elf who specialized in abducting and disposing of lizard youths. He sold his soul to the demon to ensure the authorities would never find him. The two souls chafe against one another, but they have been bound together in the demon's plane.
Good. When you snuff them out, you'll find two less souls from which a Dramalite can draw his power.
The first candle wavers away gently. The second flashes and pops to blackness.
You're getting the hang of this. Very good. There may be more to come yet. Not done yet, Losa. All those souls. I wasn't expecting this.
The candles twinkle in the distance, each a life, each a soul. She stands silent, stock still. Malady suddenly grabs your arm, hard enough it feels to break the bone. She speaks through gritted teeth.
We must stop him. This cannot continue. We can't let it. We need to free them, snuff them out. If a Drama can't draw on their power, we'll be able to face him and finish him. We need to end them. Yes, they will vanish. They won't go on to the Hall. They'll simply cease to be. But if we don't do this, there will be no stopping a Drama. The Sea of Candles will grow larger. He won't stop. No one can make this decision for you. It has to be you. There is no slaying the demon while this place remains. We need to act. Just say the word and I'll summon a flood large enough to end this, all of this, once and for all.
A candle is a soul. It's not my place to destroy this many souls.
One into the darkness, many into the light. Snuffing this candle could mean saving many more.
I knew you'd do the right thing, Losa. In fact, I never doubted you. Close your eyes. This will all be over soon.
Power radiates from her, and with it, the faintest of lights in this place of terrible sorrow.
There. It's done. It's all done. There. The ghastly task is done. We need to leave. Quickly.
She pants and wipes her mouth. Blood smears across her sleeve.
Ready? Good. He'll have felt what we've done, and he'll be looking for someone to hang. Come on, and hurry. There you have it, Losa. Do you feel it? How weak he's become. You're going to be the death of me. I need to rest. You can do this. You are ready. You can finish this now and forever.
Having extinguished the flames in the demon's home plane and killed innocents in the process, Losa looks to her party, eyebrows raised.
You sacrificed many to save many more, yourself included among them. It was the right thing to do.
Many souls are lost, but many more will be saved thanks to you.
The door does not open. A creeping sensation comes over you, as if the door were examining you.
Closer. The doctor will see you now.
How weak he's become. I can do this. This is it.
Hello, sir. The doctor will see you now. End of the hall. Hello, sir. The doctor will see you now.
The nurse throws you a sultry look, offset by a smear of blood around her mouth. Something shifts beneath her robes, the outline of a diminutive third arm. A mewling cry can be heard from her abdomen. She places a hand over it and winks.
Food, baby.
So, you found me.
There's no mistaking it. This is the voice of the demon, the one who's been haunting your mind for so long now, the one who intends to seize your body, your soul, for himself. He stumbles and coughs, then regains his composure. His eyes narrow malevolently.
So this is how you repay me after everything I've done for you.
He winces and recoils, then quickly regains his composure.
Come, Luxa. After all we've been through, you must know better than to test me like this.
He stands tall, suddenly cool and collected.
Ours has been a story for the ages, hasn't it? You were nothing but a 2-bit minstrel playing host to a carousel of visitors, and I was doing quite well. But now, I'm even better. We've become so much more together than we ever were apart. We stand at the edge of divinity itself. Hand in hand, we'll cross the ultimate threshold. If that were true, I'd be looking out through your eyes right this moment. We both know I could if I wanted. We both know I could do anything I wanted. But I don't. Why? Because I respect you. I respect what we've accomplished together. And most of all, I respect where we're going from here. Here's what you do. You find Dallis. You take back the powers of the gods, and when you do, summon me. Together, we'll end it all in an instant. Divinity will be ours. You will be the divine of the light. I will be the divine of the darkness. All things in moderation. Isn't that right? That's exactly right. Perish the thought that anyone should be all generosity, all greed. The coin must be balanced, or it will forever land on the same side. All chance erased, all potential for change gone. That isn't what I want for the realm. I'm certain it isn't what you want either. If we enter into an agreement, we can create something better, something worth preserving.
He motions the nurse to approach you. She silently asks for your hand. The doctor nods.
A blood pact requires blood. You know that.
The nurse holds up an empty glass vial. With a knife, she stabs your palm. She holds the tip of the knife in the wound. The vial in her other hand fills with blood. When the vial is full, she takes out the knife, and the wound is already healed.
Now, doesn't that feel good?
The doctor nods at your own right hand. You raise it and discover that the mark has reappeared.
That is your guarantee. When you get to the crypt and you find our friend Lucian, I shall come to call. This is going to be so much fun. Please, for you, anything. This is a pleasant game. Of course, ask away. Isn't power reason enough? It is for me, although I admit it would solve other problems. Damien, the Black Ring. The world has its ailments. We are the cure. My friend, you are almost a doctor. Then you die, and I keep your soul. Go to the crypt, find Lucian, say hello to the doctor, become the divine of the light. Easy, right? We've made a pact. I won't have a choice. Besides, that's a house call I don't want to miss. I'd think it plain by now who I seek and why, Losa. Like all of the God King's apostles, Kem creates havoc, not just in this plane, but many others. not test me, Losa. Do not! Be grateful for all that I've given you, and do not ask for more. It is your leave. You may take it where you please. My returning friend. What can I do for you?
I'd think it plain by now who I seek and want.
It is your leave. You may take it where you please.
What better way to spend Lucian's day than drinking tea with friends?
The weather.
It has a certain beauty.
Weak faith enables tragedies such as these.
There may be boy working still in there.
Then let's go.
resurrected.
There may be Voidwoken still in there.
Weak faith enables tragedies such as these.
There may be
Safeguard
Voidwoken still in there.
yourself and your loved ones. Join us in the endless prayer. The divine will answer. First, we must ask.
A single rage-wrought thought rolls from the dead lizard's spirit. Those Magister bastards. You are a spy at the consulate when a source at the Paladins delivers a bombshell. News of a Magister Black Ring conspiracy. When the Voidwoken come, you believe it is part of a dark Magister plot. A single rage-wrought thought. You feel his pain as he tries, and then he is gone.
I didn't think it'd be possible to make it into the consulate, but you've proven me wrong. Voidwoken. Arks used to be safe from those things. Not anymore.
The lizards inside the consulate never stood a chance. It's all the bloody Magister's fault. They can add the dead to their butcher's bill.
Because they're collaborating with the Black Ring. It's no coincidence that those monstrosities appeared just as we confronted them about their betrayal. At least Lord Kem's putting a stop to them now.
Now, I know Kem can be a bit testy, but that's no reason to start spreading rumors like that. If you want to point fingers, start with the Magisters, but keep your crazy fables to yourself.
By all means, but if you run into trouble, don't expect me to stick my neck out to help you.
Then let it burn.
We made it inside. Is it safe? We thought there might still be Voidwoken in there.
Stand around while the city burns. They took care of the Voidwoken, right? Give it time. They've got a long
Do you mean like pestering magisters while Ark's all but sinks into the sea? Spare me. I barely escaped the consulate with my life. No thanks to the Order's supposedly elite paladins.
Safeguard yourself and your loved ones. Join us in the endless prayer. The Divine will answer, but first we must ask. Weak faith enables tragedies such as these. Safeguard yourself and your loved ones. Join us in the endless prayer. The Divine will answer, but first we must ask.
There's a certain...
Defeated by some...
The spirit vanishes.
But you've proven me wrong. By all means. But if you run into trouble, don't... Voidwoken.
The lizards inside the console.
Because they're collaborating with a black ring.
Now, I know Chem can be a bit testy.
paladins just going to stand around while the city burns?
They took care of the void woman, right? Give it time. They've got a lot to deal with.
Do you mean like pestering magisters while Arx all but sinks into the sea? Spare me.
is mine.
The spirit turns her gaze upon you. Her eyes blaze with cool disdain. Alert and focused, this spirit is not lost. Not lost at all. She resists the inquiry, but before the door in her mind closes, you gather a single thought. The princess is likely to have escaped the destruction and can be found with the dreamers, wherever they are. She tilts her head, resisting your intrusion. No sooner do you catch hold of a memory than she snatches it back again. Voidwoken attacking, a rush to protect the dreamers, a death as the dreamers escape. The spirit resists. She bombards you with memories of everything but the dreamers and to where they escaped. Visions of life at the consulate assail you. The taste of the food at official receptions, the laughter of children playing out in the gardens, the warm sun on your skin as you walk by the water, the vision appears. The dreamers escaping out through the garden and into a pool. A figure accompanies them, an elegant female kin with the reddest of skin.
I didn't think it'd be possible to make it into the consulate, but you've proven me wrong.
He looks at you in surprise, passing his eyes quickly over you.
Void revenants! My gods, and I thought I'd seen it all.
He stands back from you slightly, but opens his pack and rummages around inside.
You'll put this to good use, I think. Thank you for your help, truly. I'm sorry we had to rely on an outsider, but I'm grateful for your help. The spirit howls in excruciating agony, trapped in the moment of her death. The Voidwoken are attacking, the Dreamers are escaping, and she is burning alive.
Your touch draws her out of the endless pain. The Voidwoken are gone. The dreamers have escaped through the pond. And although she still trembles, a new look has appeared in her eyes. Hope. She embraces you in gratitude, sobbing in relief. As the tears flow, her spirit dissolves in your arms, and she leaves for the Hall of Echoes.
Stisser, the lizard god. The artist has certainly captured her arrogance.
Garden at least is unscathed.
Bone jaws emerge from the heart of this breastplate. Looking into the open mouth is dizzying. Ash and a warm red mist surround you. A memory flashes, and you're far from home. The city has no lizard architecture save the building in front of you. Seeing a piece of your heritage is grounding. Heat envelops you from head to toe as a guttural voice rumbles in your ear. It snuffs out the memory with its first breath.
I see you. And inside you is the strength I've been looking for. Patience. You must prove yourself worthy of such answers. Find the place where the dreamer discovered her people. I will draw strength from there to speak again.
That longing re-emerges with twice the strength. You need that beam of hope, an anchor to home. As the feeling dissipates, a cold sensation slips down your spine. Something otherworldly lingers behind you. Sadness grips you at the sight of the ruined lizard consulate. So much has been lost. The sky burns red, and ash falls at your feet. Ruin calls to ruin.
Her people were severed in twain. No matter her visions, a dream of peace would never come true. I said it would be so. The dreamer is bound to this breastplate. She tried to lure the Empress away and was sacrificed to the Devourer.
Huge claws wrap around your chest and squeeze. With your ribs about to shatter, an orb of pure energy appears in your palm.
I am the Devourer, a dragon who darkened the skies of Rivellon. And I have chosen you as my champion. The spirit of the dreamer shall obey. Tell her to bring you to where my spirit rests, and I shall bestow my power upon the armor you wear.
Something heavy cuts through the air, like the whip of a gigantic tail. The vision ends, but a cold presence stands behind you.
Only one.
The spirit doesn't speak, but instead stretches his arm backward, an unseen weapon clasped in his ghostly fist, and moves to strike. You scramble away from the spirit's clenched fist as it plunges downward, yet the spirit offers no protest. If vexed by this turn of events, he gives no sign. The spirit doesn't speak, but instead stretches his arm backward, an unseen weapon clasped in his ghostly fist. The lizard is not of flesh, yet you feel the weight of his arm as it collides with your palm. In an instant, you are no longer you, but him, crouched low and concealed in shadow. Panic shouts ring through the air, but you must not allow yourself to be distracted. Your eyes remain on your quarry, a female lizard, scales burning red, clad in opulent garb. You remain 20 silent steps behind her as she flees into the consulate garden, where a shimmering portal of opal and pearl illuminates the pool beneath. Finally, the opportunity has come. She is as good as dead. You flit into a cluster of tall shrubs and ready your dagger. But she has already stepped through the portal, leaving you alone in this unlikely oasis. You step out of cover and reach to the portal. What awaits beyond it? Alas, you will never know. Nor will you know whose sword it was that plunged into your back in that moment. It isn't the blade's pain that hurts most, but the pain of the failed assassination that most disturbs you as you slip into darkness. And the pain is gone. You are you again. The spirit drops his arm to his side, dejected. The red-splattered young man paces the square once again, in a state of reverie.
Contains no dog's milk whatsoever. Well, hello, handsome. I'm sure you agree when I say no one has as many friends as the big cheese. Men, the way I like my cheese. But can I offer you something? I'm sure you agree when I say no one has as many friends as the big cheese.
Open the shop anytime soon.
I like my men the way I like my cheese.
Stop along round here.
Seek out Sanguinia Tell. Our master thanks you. Remember, seek out Sanguinia Tell.
Shoot!
What a pile of junk.
It got damaged in the fire. I serve all who seek aid, ma'am. May the gods watch over.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender. Arx is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arx is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Trouble brewing in the ancient empire!
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
We shall tread.
Roll up, don't be shy. What can I do for you?
Get to it or get moving. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Roll up, don't be shy. Roll up, don't be shy. Roll up, don't be shy.
If you've got some fight in you, then I've got what you need.
What's going on? There's...
Shoo, you flea bag, shoo!
Giant Slayer. May the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Roll up, don't be shy.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike.
Nature provides.
We shall talk.
Roll up, don't be shy.
What a pile of junk.
Nature
They got
provides.
damage spot. It'll fix it.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Roll up. Get out of here, you dirty muck.
You a hunter? I've got just the thing.
Browse as you must. Do return, should you find it necessary.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall tread.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out.
The dwarf's armor looks as if it weighs half a ton, yet he moves with alarming ease. You note his insignia.
Browse the shop as you please.
They got damage. It'll fix it.
The dwarf stands straight and tall, or at least as tall as a dwarf can manage.
I'm a member of Her Majesty Queen Justinia's Royal Regiment. Special Officer, rank 1, sir. I'm not at liberty to discuss that, sir.
Through his visor, you can only see his eyes, but there's something in them that belies the steely exterior.
Please, stop talking. Please.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out. Some are still good. What should I do? I'm not picky, so long as the arrow flies long.
Nature provides. Browse as you must, but do return, should you find it necessary.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
I welcome you comers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
The store's open. Do your shopping.
Should do a stock take. Maybe tidy the shelves. Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry, it's been quite a day. You need a hand with anything? Let me know.
I'll be drawing breath now if I was in the garden.
Oh, of course. You won't find better in all of Arx. I can promise you that. Not bad, eh? Oh.
Nothing sacred anymore. Or safe.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything we have is on the shelves. Oh, all right. You can have a look. I'm not planning on sticking around. So what difference does it make?
Sacred anymore. Or safe. I'm lucky I was posted indoors. That I'd be drawing breath now if I was in the garden.
No, the boss's daughter was tying the knot. Guards were to make sure it was invite only. Not that it made any difference. There's no way we could have known. But even in these times, one doesn't expect a voidwoken to appear at a wedding. I'll tell you something though, we'd no problem with those filthy beasties till all these guards showed up.
Or safe.
Don't know much. Everyone was out in the garden for the wedding. I was watching the shop and then guards were everywhere, but those beasties just cut through them like butter. Boss said to keep the doors open, but truth be told, I feel ill just standing here. By Duna, closing can't come fast enough.
Bloody voidwoken at a wedding. If that ain't a bad omen.
You and me both. Worked for Ross for a decade. I'd half expected an invitation of my own. But even with half of Arx lying dead in his garden, he still wants the shop open. Then again, if I'd been at the wedding... The fact that the boss loves counting his pennies is probably the only reason I'm breathing. That said, it doesn't feel right to be hawking wares with that next door. Job's the job, though. Can hardly leave arcs with naught but empty pockets.
He rubs his jaw in thought and gives you a long look.
Loar, eh? The boss has been getting messages from dwarves all over, but that is an interesting one. He's not exactly everyone's favourite dwarf, but talk to the guard at the door. I really shouldn't say any more. The wedding! Barduna, haven't you heard? I'm so sorry, there's been a tragedy. You can head into the garden to see for yourself, if you've the stomach for it. Not sure how much longer I'll be here, but if you've a need of supplies, let me know. Take care of yourself.
The dwarf's armour looks as if it weighs half a...
Browse the shop as you please. Lohar, eh? Well then, you need to talk to my colleague inside. Wedding? You're so late it's almost time for the funerals. Talk to the guard inside if you want to leave a gift or a message of condolence. Do I look like I'm going to cry on your shoulder? Don't answer that. I know the joke you want to make, ha-ha, very funny, but you'll only get yourself in trouble. Now, go do your shopping. I'm done with you. Oh, please do.
Get away from the door!
She gives you a steady, defiant stare.
I don't know anything about the sewers, and I don't think you do, either.
She narrows her eyes, suspicious.
Lohar sent you, did he? You're late, but I guess that's a good thing. I'll unlock the door for you. Door's open. Go on in.
Party's over if that ain't obvious. Best go home.
He looks you up and down.
The sooner the better.
He takes a deep breath, then lets it out again.
Out in the garden. Beautiful. Till the Voidwoken showed up. It was a goddamn bloodbath.
I was hired to guard a wedding. Nobody said anything about fighting monsters.
Milady, I beg your pardon, but the feast has been cut short due to, acts of gods.
Gods, I am so sorry. How could I have known?
She looks up at you with glassy eyes, wiping her tear-streaked face on one brocade sleeve.
A girl's wedding should be the happiest day of her life. I can't accept them. I know you mean well, but how can I celebrate now? Voidwoken on my wedding day. At least my loving husband is still with me.
She turns and waves one timid hand to her husband on the balcony. He offers an apathetic grunt in return. She blinks back tears from her pink-tinged eyes.
Please forgive him. He's broken up. It's a lot to take in. We lost so much in the blink of an eye.
She gazes dejectedly into her lap, looking more like a recent widow than a blushing bride.
It's all right. I can pray enough for the both of us. And I pray that Duna protects the souls lost and mends the broken hearts that remain. My poor love. He needs a moment to himself. And who wouldn't? Today should have been so different.
She takes a shuddering breath and idly itches her face. You'd expect her cheeks to be ruddy from tears, but they are pale instead, almost translucent, revealing the vessels snaking underneath.
I have been feeling peaky lately. My darling said it was the rosy glow of a woman in love. But now, I think it was a warning. A sign of the massacre to come. I don't know how this could happen. Who would have seen it coming?
She looks down at her feet. Seeing her blood-spattered wedding slippers, her face crumples and tears spring from her eyes.
I should be so happy. Everybody should be so happy. But before we could even cut our wedding cake, there were Voidwoken everywhere. We barely made it indoors alive. But not everyone was so lucky. I can hardly bear to think of them. Their wives and husbands and children back in the kingdom, left to grieve alone. What are you insinuating? We're merchants, not mystics. You should have seen those void monsters. All that blood, all that death. They didn't deserve... We didn't.
She buries her head in her hands, sobbing uncontrollably.
If I was in the garden...
The woman cries on.
I'm lucky I was posted indoors. That I'd be drawing breath now if I was in the garden.
Ah, you.
The noble-looking dwarf beckons Ifan closer. Ifan narrows his eyes, but strides over anyhow, as the dwarf gestures toward the somber group inside.
Hard to believe you're looking at a wedding party, isn't it? My wedding party.
He looks you over, his mouth pressed into a mirthless smirk.
But I suppose you're no stranger to mournful faces. The Silver Fang, isn't that right?
The dwarf looks you up and down with a most dubious look in his eye. Clearly finding you lacking in some way, he snorts and turns back to Ifan.
Look, I know you're him. I know you can take care of problems. And I've got just the problem for you. A very lucrative one.
I intend to be a particular kind of husband. And I could use someone with your particular talents to help me achieve this. I need you to take care of my father-in-law and bring me his will.
The dwarf winks in an exaggerated fashion, squeezing one eye shut so forcefully it looks like his face just swallowed an eyeball. In return, Ifan raises one eyebrow, slowly.
The man you speak of is not who I am, anymore. And I'll not become him again for the likes of you.
Without another word, Ifan turns on one heel and strides away, leaving the aggrieved dwarf spluttering in his wake. The dwarf stares grimly into space. Rings adorn his fingers, some of which glitter with ornate rose-tinted jewels. You notice one has a gem missing.
If you'll excuse me, I'd just as soon be left with my thoughts.
I bet you heard. I bet everyone is talking about this cursed wedding. Perhaps my warhorse of an aunt is right. Perhaps this is what I get for debasing myself. Still, what's done is done. The marriage is final. That's the important thing.
People die all the time. Weddings aren't exempt. Not even my own. Unfortunately, sometimes people survive beyond their usefulness. Yes, it's been a horrendous day. Still, it's a fine match. With her assets and my name, that is to say, we will be a force to be reckoned with.
He glances over at his distraught bride as she takes another sip from her goblet.
Events like today's do have a way of putting things in perspective. There's much to be gained from this alliance. It survived the Voidwoken after all. Out with the old, in with the new, I suppose. Yet, Old Man Ross left the incident quite unharmed.
Love? Tuna's beard. Is that what passes for sense among the lower classes? She's quite enamored with me, of course. I can be, well, irresistible. But no. In my family, marriage is a more practical matter. Our union means I can continue my work. A job? Oh, please don't be churlish. I'm no dairymaid desperate for her next meal. I follow my passion. Alchemy. Potions which, at a sip, can heal or kill. Can grant strength, speed, or compliance. Which have the power to transform base metal into gold.
He glances across the room, where his betrothed is pouring herself another goblet of wine.
Yes, indeed. Our union will definitely be of value. Even with today's rather dark start.
I appreciate your candor, but please have a little discretion. I would hate for my new family to get the right idea. Not that it matters now, mind you. We are wed till death do us part. It will be a long, long life.
The groom looks you over with a sneer and mutters,
No, I don't think you'll be of much use.
He turns back to the window with a grunt, anxiously twisting the rings on his fingers.
Awful day for it, don't you think?
The dwarf glances at Ifan, pulls you close and whispers.
The Silverclaw's blade is clearly dulled, but you look like a woman of action, a doer of deeds. And I have a matter of some urgency I'd ask you to attend to. My new father-in-law, Mikhail Ross, must die, and you must retrieve his will. I will not prescribe the methods you use, but I shall insist on your discretion. Now, tell me, what payment do you require for this service? I have a certain skill with alchemy. I could certainly teach you a thing or two. Of course, if you don't have the wit for that, I can see you richly rewarded in all manner of potions. They could grant you health, strength, or even love. Very well. I think 5% should be more than enough compensation. 10. The man is a glorified grocer, not some bloody paladin. 6%. You will take 7% or you will take yourself out of this house. And please don't assume that I need you. Time is a more reliable assassin than any cutthroat. I can wait.
The dwarf recoils. His face is a mask of abject horror.
That won't be necessary. Just see that it's done. By Duna's beard, these savages.
You have the trust of Lord Ahu. Show them.
Contains no dog's milk whatsoever.
I've spotted something.
So much death on such a lovely day.
Something stinks around here.
Wax, black as coal. One of a
Nothing
Dromelies.
sacred anymore.
A single
All
soul.
safe.
A light snuffed out. I did this. I did this.
I was hired to guard a wedding. Nobody said anything about fighting monsters.
Move on, please. Move on.
Nothing to see here. Not even today.
A well-dressed dwarf paces swiftly around the room, overseeing the packing of trunks. He gives you a cursory glance, worry etched on his face.
Yes, thank you for coming. Indeed, it would have been a beautiful ceremony if only... Dark times. Dark times indeed. Safe home to you now.
He quickly turns away and casts a worried gaze around the room, counting something on his fingers.
What? Please, this is no time for dark humor. My will? What could he... Yes, yes. I see the honesty in your eyes. This news does muddle things a tad. I tell you what, you seem an honourable sort. See Dorian dead and I will meet his offer. All right, fine. Believe me when I say you'll be well rewarded. I suppose I can afford it better than I can afford an enemy at this particular moment. Kill the rat and be quick about it. I don't have the luxury of time.
come to serve, yes? Excellent. Bring me my slippers. Chop chop. Aw, it's always so adorable when the peasants pretend they have lives of their own.
Lucky I was posted indoors. That I'd be drawing breath now if I was in the garden.
Wait, where the hell did that Dorian fella go?
Bloody void woken at a wedding. If that ain't a bad omen.
I was just looking for my husband. He was right here a minute ago. I just turned away to refill my goblet. Looked back and he was gone. Can't think of anywhere he'd rather be than here by my side at this terrible time. Perhaps he's at his house near the barracks. Maybe he went there to fetch something to comfort me.
She looks around her, seeming completely lost.
If you find him, tell him to hurry back to me. So many have already been harmed today. Oh, I pray he's safe.
Nailed shut. They won't budge. Nailed shut. They won't budge.
What's this? I found something. I've spotted something. What's this? I found something. And we're locked in with them. No one strike a light.
3. Two.
Be the lower one. Dorian's a dwarf, after all.
This machine drips with poisonous slime. That looks dangerous, but maybe I can disarm it.